People were still unsure of what happened, and because there was still violence going on, they were very afraid. I mean, it was this moment of courage was, I think it was very honest, it was very spontaneous, but it was also passing. People became afraid very quickly. So when I arrived there was a mix of euphoria. Ceausescu was gone. I mean, after this clip, he is gone. But nobody was sure of who was taking his place. What was the securitate? Could you speak down, when you're walking down the street to anybody? There was a sense that the military was, in fact, with the people, as we said. But because a lot of the people in Bucharest who were in the street kind of keeping order were young kids, 18, 19-year-old boys serving their usual military service. So they looked really young. They were not professional army personnel. And so the population seemed to look at the army as being honest Romanians. And whether that's the case or not, of course, on the basis of the Ceausescu's trial and what happens afterwards is a different question. But the feeling was rather of trust there. But by and large, people were still very afraid. It was both heartening and disheartening. I mean, there are some people that in the night of the 21st, so right after this happened, right, in the next about 8 hours, that population that had been in the center of Bucharest did not disperse. The Securitate actually tried to disperse people, and they were there and they're not going anywhere. So people started marching through Bucharest. There were student demonstrations in the evening, and so there's a lot of milling around of people down the street. The Securitate and the army didn't know exactly how to deal with them at that point. In the middle of the night of the 21st, some of these demonstrations resulted in clashes. And it was really on Christmas Day that people eased up. I think this was not a coincidence that they showed the tape of Ceausescu's shooting on Christmas morning. And that's what I woke up with. That's when really, after that, it was unbelievable. I mean, between the 25th and about the 7th of January, it was 2 weeks of people behaving like I had never seen them behave, just being absolutely open and wonderful and euphoric and not being afraid to speak about, anything and also being extremely generous with each other.